Bitcoin just saw a massive rejection from this exact resistance, and in this exact video I will talk about what is next for Bitcoin, the most important resistance and support trading below us right now here. I will talk about the imminent short term and many more important charts we need to be discussing today, because yes, if you're interested about where the most amount of liquidations are laying in this market right now, I will be exactly revealing this and many more important stuff here, because yes, we just had another filing for a spot ETF, but this time around for an Ethereum spot ETF. So make sure to stick in this video. It's going to be a very important one. Can we once again snap up back above the 400 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And yes, once looking at Bitcoin here on the imminent short term, it has been going a little bit sideways. It's actually holding up above 28,000 US dollars still, but for now on, there's not really a big move that Bitcoin is creating, whether it's up or down. I mean, if we're looking at Bitcoin for the most important support right now, we can currently clearly see that the 28,000 US dollar is a big support level for Bitcoin. And if we really break below this level, I potentially think we're going to go lower. And I mean, for the imminent short term, Bitcoin were first creating higher highs, and right now it looks to be that we've been creating some lower highs. So it could potentially mean that we right now are going to be seeing a rollover in the trend, and that could of course eventually mean that Bitcoin is going to be dropping down. And for me, what I really want to be seeing to confirm a break below this level is actually not necessarily a break below the green box. No, it's actually a break below the previous range high in the market. So if Bitcoin really breaks below that red line right here, that will be for me really the confirmation that Bitcoin is really going to be breaking lower. So if we really break below that range low in the market right here, that is the confirmation Bitcoin is probably going to be breaking lower. And as long as that not is happening, I won't be surprised that we can still hold up the price action of Bitcoin. So on the bigger perspective of it all, I mean, yeah, we did literally look at long positions for Bitcoin right here. We had a massive jump towards the upside. I mean, Bitcoin even went to $30,000 on that fake news announcement, and currently Bitcoin is once again consolidating. And honestly, if we're looking at Bitcoin, we are looking at very big support, and that is exactly that 28,000 US dollar level, right? $28,000 is massive support for Bitcoin, because you can clearly see previously around this level flipped into resistance. Here as well, we saw some massive rejections from off this level, and now so far it's holding us up as support. So previous resistance is flipping into support, and that is why I don't expect this level is going to be breaking easily. And you can clearly see that level that I just talked about is literally the point between the lower range and the higher range for Bitcoin. And I've said this several times before, the resistance to break for Bitcoin is not going to be necessarily $28,000, even though it's a very important resistance. No, it's going to be 28.6k, the previous range low on the market. And you can clearly see we already got rejected 2 times in a row massively. And once again, I need to see a break above this level. And as long as Bitcoin is trading between this range here, we're not quite sure where Bitcoin is heading towards next. But I can tell you, if Bitcoin breaks back in towards the lower range, we're probably at least going to be seeing a move down back towards approximately 26.7k. However, if Bitcoin breaks and confirms the move above 28.8k, then I will be expecting we're going to be visiting the higher range, and of course also the highs of the previous higher range, or at least that middle range right here, sitting somewhere around 29.8k. So yes, this is the real resistance to break here. I mean, one thing that I'm a little bit worried about here is that on the imminent short term, on the daily time frame, we can see that the MACD is actually creating some lower highs and the price action higher highs, what means that actually momentum is currently getting lost on the price action of Bitcoin, what literally means here that Bitcoin is running out of steam. And yes, at a point in the market, this could be potentially meaning that we're going to see this confirmation playing out and that we're going to come down again since the momentum is drying up on the price. Definitely something to pay attention towards. At the same time, the GBTC discount is currently at its lowest point ever since December 2021. It's currently around minus 13.5%. And boys and girls, do you know what this means? It literally means that there is ongoing massive accumulation going on here, because the people that are really interested in buying Bitcoin, these large institutions, why would they be buying Bitcoin from off the market and push up the price? Well, in fact, they could also potentially buy GBTC with a 13% discount, and that doesn't move the market at all. I mean, honestly, it makes a lot of sense that these large institutions are right now buying GBTC and not Bitcoin from the market. So due to that, we can clearly see in the last few months, maybe the price action has not been reflecting it, because Bitcoin has been super boring lately, right? The price action has not been reflecting it. But what we can clearly see is that GBTC has seen a significant uptick. So what have we seen? we've seen a completely different trend. While in the bear market, these institutions were laying off their Bitcoin, they are right now accumulating Bitcoin, what is of course a massive turnaround in events here. And you have to understand, we have indeed been trading around this range for a very long time here. To be exact, we've been trading in this range right here for a matter of already 227 days here, what is of course a massive time horizon. But there's going to be a point that we're going to be breaking out. And with this large institutional interest and this large institutional accumulation, this could be happening anytime soon here. So, and guys, looking at the long-term perspective, I don't think there's a reason to worry about Bitcoin. So if you want to be swing trading Bitcoin, or if you want to be trading on the lower time frames Bitcoin, you could do so on BYBIT, guys, and you could make a ton of money by trading crypto. So don't forget, if you're interested in trading, guys, go to the link in the description of today's video, because you can currently claim a free $1,000 for only depositing $100. And all you need to do here is go to the link in the description of today's video, sign up an account using that link below, deposit $100 in the first coming 7 days, and then boom, you go to the link of the airdrop and you can claim a free $1,000 airdrop position, what is of course massive in my opinion. Further on, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, I mean, we created an ascending triangle, we broke out of the ascending triangle, that is looking very strong here. And of course, in terms of the larger time frame perspective, we do know that approximately 6 months after the Bitcoin halving, we tend to set new all-time highs. And I mean, so far for the last 3 halvings, it has happened. And will it happen again? Probably yes. The chance is very high here. And I'm very convinced that Bitcoin is actually going to set new all-time highs here, while a lot of people are not even convinced that Bitcoin is going to do so. So my prediction is November 2024 for a new all-time high of Bitcoin. November 2024, indeed, it's still quite long away from now on, but once that time hits here, guys, time flies, you know it. But once it is there, November 2021, November 2024, you will be gutted for not accumulating around these levels. No financial advice. But further on, we can currently see that the Bitcoin heat map in terms of liquidations is telling us an interesting story. I mean, I was looking at this and thought, okay, how could I predict where Bitcoin is going to go towards on the imminent short term? But honestly, it is super hard to predict right now here, because there is literally a lot of liquidations on the top side, a lot of short liquidations, but also a lot of long liquidations on the lower side. And to be honest, the short liquidations are a little bit closer, so maybe the shorts have got an edge. But anyways, I think if Bitcoin is really going to be moving, potentially we're first going to have a big move down and then up, or vice versa. First a big move up and then a big move down, because then it will take the maximum liquidations. At least that is what making the most sense for me, and that is what I'm looking at right now in the imminent short term. So make sure to be paying attention towards Bitcoin very closely. At the same time, Bitcoin is knocking on this downward sloping resistance line, what is of course a massive downward sloping resistance line. And at the same time, I mean, for me, what I really want to be seeing here is this level to get broken. And once Bitcoin breaks this level, that is the point the bull market is really going to be returning for me. So we have to be a little bit more patient, but once it happens, it's going to be massive. And then, of course, right now we've got 5 total issuers applying for an Ethereum spot ETF. And yesterday we got Investigo and Galaxy also filing for an Ethereum spot ETF. What is, of course, quite massive. What is interesting is that the price of Ethereum actually didn't do so much here. It actually only broke down here. And we can currently see that Ethereum actually broke this massive weekly uptrend. And we are currently actually seeing a massive rejection from off this level. So this is not looking all too bright for Ethereum. And to be very honest, the Ethereum dominance is actually breaking down of the falling wedge here. And at the same time, the next big support is around 0.05368. What is about to be getting reached here. I mean, this level previously around, of course, found here massive support. It found here massive support, massive resistance. So I expect that at least this level is going to be giving us a small little uptick. But we do know that if we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance, it does make a lot of sense that we're going to continue even higher. And of course, my targets for the Bitcoin dominance is 57% here. So potentially Ethereum could get hurt a little bit more here, but still I am personally accumulating a little bit here left and right, since I'm super convinced about the long-term horizon of Ethereum. But yes, we have to be waiting and we have to be a little bit more careful. But this was it for me in today's update video, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.